Hello, folks. Hope you're having a great holiday season wherever you're at. Before I talk about my topic, just encouraging you to pop over to silenceteaches.com. I have a free Centering Prayer ebook when you subscribe to my website, and then you'll receive my weekly meditations primarily around centering prayer and in helping you connect to your true self, the person God wants you to be, and and really taking actions on who is this future self. And when you become more and more aware of your oneness with God, amazing things begin to happen, and you begin to do and accomplish things you never thought possible. Um, but I also will have other topics that I discuss. So centering prayer is my mainstay, but I'm beginning to talk also about affirmations, journaling, visualization, gratitude, and how all of these can work with centering prayer as tools and practices to connect you to your true self, to your future self, the person God wants you to be, and to take action on these dreams and goals and actions that are within you, waiting to come out and be shared with the world. So pop over to my website, subscribe, get my free ebook, and learn more about my book, Sitting with God, A Journey to Your True Self Through Centering Prayer. It's been out for about 2 years now. 125 reviews on Amazon. Thank you so much. 193 people marked as reading it on Goodreads at the present time. So check out my book as well, and share it with others if the book has helped you as well. So let's talk about centering prayer and visualization. And let me talk about how I marry the two together. Centering prayer is my daily mainstay, and I practice centering prayer 2 to 3 times per day. And I need this practice. I need this time with God. It teaches me, not it, God teaches me, who I am, what actions I need to take today, and who my future self is. And God nudges me out of my comfort zone to try and do new things. And that's the amazing thing about centering prayer is God, during this time, God is praying in me the actions God wants me to take. And outside of my centering prayer practice, discovering these inner nudges within me, and many of them are outside of my comfort zone, but I'm taking daily action on them. So centering prayer is vital to this practice, this of learning who am I, who is my true self, what action should I take today, who is my future self, what things do I need to do and share with the world. So as part of my centering prayer practice, I also utilize visualization, and let me just share how I combine the two. So as I settle into the silence of centering prayer, right before I really begin my centering prayer sit, with my eyes closed, I'm visualizing. So interiorly, I'm imagining the tasks that I will get done today. And I'm pretending it's 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm looking back at the day, and I'm visualizing and imaging the things that I'm going to get done. So those are things related to that very day. I'm also visualizing long-term goals and their accomplishment. For example, I'm writing my second book, and I visualize the book's done and the book's published, and it's on Amazon, and people are beginning to purchase it and reach out to me and tell me they've read it. So I'm visualizing that as well. So during this brief 1 or 2 minutes before I settle into my silent sit, I'm visualizing what I'm getting done today. But I'm also visualizing the accomplishment of goals and dreams that are more long-term goals. And I'm feeling what it feels like to get these short-term goals and long-term goals accomplished. And then after a minute or two, I simply let them go to God, and I begin my silent sit. And I let these short-term and long-term goals, brew with God as I go into my silent sit. Because during my silent sit time, all I'm doing is opening to the presence and actions of God within. I'm letting God pray in me what God knows that I need. And that's okay. And often God will tweak my goals that I have, or cancel one and add another one, and that's perfectly fine. I need God's input during this time. And then I think of it as I'm getting up from my silent sit and I'm partnering with God on the activities that need to get done that very day. And I'm partnering with God on my long term goals. So I hope you found that helpful. I think, centering prayer, as I mentioned, is my mainstay. And during centering prayer, God prays in me my true self for that very day and my future self for future goals and actions that God wants me to take. And then really it's outside of this practice that and I use journaling, and I'll talk about that in another video, and I'm using that to journal what are the things God is praying in me, and how do I know these are things God is praying in me. But I hope you found this helpful in that centering prayer connects you to your true self. But right before I go into my centering prayer sit, I'm using visualization just to help me see the accomplishment of short-term and long-term goals, feel what it's like, and then let them go to God and settle myself into my silent sit and let God take over and let God pray in me, so that outside of this time I can use journaling, for example, to help me figure out who is this future self God wants me to be, and then I can take action on this person. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, I just enjoy sharing different tools that have helped me connect to God, go deeper in God, as well as connect to my true self, the person God wants me to be. Because that's the person I want to be. I want to become more and more aware of my oneness with God, so that we're acting in unison together, and the actions I'm taking on a daily basis are the actions God wants me to take, not the actions Little Rich wants to take. They're combined actions, and God and I are partnering on a daily basis on the actions that I should be taking. And that's what I love about centering prayer. It connects me to God. I become more and more aware of my oneness with God. And I use these other tools, such as visualization and journaling and gratitude, to help continuously connect me to my true self. Hope you found this helpful. Maybe try it for yourself as well, combining visualization as you settle into your centering prayer sit. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you have any questions. Much love to all of you. Take care, and hope you have a great rest of the day wherever you're at.